Hello, my name is Monica Theriot, and I'm excited to introduce you to my lesson 4 of my curriculum that is developing right-hand bow flexibility for violinists. This lesson 4 is specifically geared on introducing Colle to the student and helping them develop the abilities they need to reproduce Colle. We will begin with a review of Martelé, which was the week 2 and 3 exercises, and so that I can make sure that the student is prepared to move on. Then we will, then I introduce what Colle is and how we produce it on our violins, and we practice that, and we have some fun activities with power bows to do that. And then each of the activities progresses until we get to the point where the student can integrate these skills into pieces that they are working on, and then they can think through, wait, I have the opportunity to add this technique into this piece that I already know. I thankfully used my son Jacob to help me demonstrate, because I needed 2 people, and Jacob was happy to do it before school this morning. We got a little distracted by the dog at one point. The dog was a little excited about the activity, so we skipped both exercises. And then also Jacob is a little more advanced than what this class would be for. This class would be for students on an intermediate level, maybe book 3 through book 8. However, these techniques are very difficult and they are advanced skills, and so it's a good review for my son to practice the skills as well. But because of that, my son also did not remember a couple of the activities. For example, it's been many years since he played the Wolfhart, and he couldn't remember a kreutzer to add it to by memory this morning before he left for school. So you'll have to forgive the interruption in the lesson. But anyway, enjoy the lesson on Colle. Jacob, thank you for doing this for me this morning. All right, let's bow to begin. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning.
All right, we are going to start today with reviewing Martelé. Can you do the tonalization with Martelé, doing in sets of 4? Dun, 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 dun. And make sure you release your bow after your initial bite. Very good. All right, excellent. That was a very good review. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Colle. Colle basically means glue or sticky. But in violin, what Colle actually means is a way of doing pizzicato but with your bow. So can you show me an example of, we know 2 ways to pizzicato, right? One with your thumb hooked on. Play something with your thumb hooked on pizzicato. I don't care what it is. Good. Do like a couple notes. Good. Yes. Can you see how after you pull the string, how your finger curves in? You stretch your finger out and then you pull it in, right? Now do some pizzicato without hooking your thumb on. Yes. And do you notice how you're out for your pizz and then you bring your hand up, right? Yes, that's exactly right. That is what we're going to do with Colle, only you're going to use your bow instead of your finger for the pizzicato. So Colle is down at the frog of your bow, and it's like, and you're only using your fingers. You're not using your wrist. You're not using anything else. Yep, it's just right at the frog of your bow, even further up. Yes, just like that pizzicato though. Bring your fingers up tight. Yes. That is the motion we're going for. So what we're going to do to prep for that, we're going to do some power bows. So on your power bow, I'm going to stick my little thing on your hand, and you're going to shoot your hand up, and you're going to try to flip the thing over your violin. But when you're up here, up high, I want your hand in tight. I want everything curved in tight. So let's try it. Let's see if you can you can just use open D if you want, it doesn't matter. Okay, so here's the coin. You gotta flip it over your violin, but then freeze when it flips up to the top. So you're actually going to even lift your bow after the initial attack. You're going to lift it into the air pretty much. So attack the note and then flip it into the air. Yes. See if you can get it over the top of your violin this time. The dog didn't like that. Okay, try it again. Close. No. Okay, come here, puppy. All right, go for it. Yes, that was a good flip. Let's try it again. Okay, now this time when you flip, take it. This time, here we go. When we flip it this time, don't look at the dog and concentrate. So see how your hand is out a little bit more right here? And then when it comes up, make sure it's up high. Go for it. That was a very good flip. Okay, let's do it one more time. Good. That was an excellent flip. The dog even said, okay. We want to do one more. Nope, we're done. We're done with that dog. With the dog distraction, we skipped bow hold exercises. The bow hold exercise this week is an elevator drop. You just put your bow over the string and you drop it down and then bring it back up. Drop it down, bring it up. Oh, so Jacob, now we're gonna do totalization with power bows. So what I want you to do is one long bow, and then flip and get your bow up. Okay. Good. Try to see if you can keep your pinky up. There's nothing to catch, dog. Okay, here we go. Good. When you come down, you can let your pinky stretch out a little bit. Yes, that was perfect. Good, perfect. Yes, Jacob, those are awesome. Yep, stretch your pinky out. Excellent. Yes, very good. Good. Yes, I know it's hard to keep your pinky on, isn't it? Yep, stretch it out, stretch it out. Yes. And even have a little bite as you're yeah, that's better. Yes, very good. Okay, now we're gonna do, that is exactly what I want you to do this week for your tonalization. So now let's do perpetual motion the same way, but what you're gonna do is slur 3 and then do a power bow for the 4th note. Okay. Yes, keep going. That's awesome. Excellent. Very, very good job. And then you'll continue on and do the rest of the piece. And then do you remember Kreutzer? Do you remember any of the Kreutzers? Mm-hmm. Okay, I need one. Do one with your bow down. Let's try just like the first couple lines of one. Doing it right at the frog and see if you can do off the string for Colle.
I don't know which one to do.
All right, that's okay. Let's move on. That's fine. Let's move on. Let's do let's find some songs where you can do a power bow in them. What song can you think of that would have a power bow?
Maybe Mendelssohn.
Okay. Where do you think? Okay, very very good. Can you get into that and show me? Hey, very good. Let's do that again. Do you, you know, interesting, I think there was another one right at the beginning. Da-da-da-da-dun. Yeah. Good. Very, very good. What I'm noticing, Jacob, is your first finger is not coming in enough. He's kind of staying out. Make sure all of your fingers are working evenly to pull up your bow. Let's try it again. That was very good. Yes. Yes. Now, you are right. In your first one, you're not quite at a Colle position. And really, you probably wouldn't use a full Colle to play this part of Mendelssohn, but there is an excellent power bow there, and you are using finger motion. However, in Mendelssohn, you're probably using a teensy bit more wrist too. It's not like a pure Colle that's like the staccato that's it. Like that would be your Colle. But it's the Colle motion that we're looking for. So you were exactly right to do Mendelssohn. Let's do that a couple more times and make sure you've got the good power bow, and then using your finger motion as much as you can on those next lifts. That was really good. Yes, that was very good. So Jacob, on your beginning, so you use a little bow at the first, and then really fly off the string on that last. Yes. Pull your bow. Right now your arm is kind of a little wonky because you're trying to get your wrist. Don't worry about your wrist. See if you can pull your fingers up. Ah, that was better. Yes. You might need to lift your elbow just a little bit too. Ooh, you save your bow so you have more room for the power. Yes, that was very good. Okay, now after you do the power bow, land, and then play your next note so it has a little bit of an accent to it. Try that again. Yes, very, very good. Okay, so when you're coming down the, except I didn't see your pinky come up quite enough after your power bow. One more time. Yes, very good. And now do the next few notes and see if you can make them a little more finger and less about your wrist. Try it again. Good. You're still trying to use a little too much wrist and make it like a little wave, like a jellyfish or something. I don't want it quite jellyfishy. Good. Do the power bow first. Good. Good, Jacob. That's very good. All right, now let's go. Those will be excellent exercises for you. Let's do a couple other power bows that would be from book 2, which is what this course is more geared for. How about Hunter's Chorus? Do you remember Hunter's Chorus? Do a nice good power bow at the beginning. Do you remember how it goes? I'll play it with you so you remember. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. reason Jacob was getting stressed about getting to school on time this morning. So I didn't get to complete the lesson as I would have liked to. And I would have gone back over what we had studied so that he would know for sure what I expect of him to practice and know precisely what he needs to do to move on to the next lesson.